There are dictators today in our history who have made people do wrong things because he was able to persuade them, because he had developed an emotional intelligence. So develop your emotional intelligence to a point where you start arguing in such a way where they will get converted and come to your point of view. We do that in courts of law, where we present arguments by which the judge comes over to your side. So in order to be a good lawyer, you must have good development in emotional intelligence. And now there are several books which have come out on emotional intelligence, and it is worth studying that and develop your personality. Now, in the end, see, you have to live in society. And you must live in a society where you don't do antisocial things. If I start a factory and the factory pumps smoke into the atmosphere and I make profit, but at the same time the society gets cancer because you have polluted the atmosphere, that is lack of social intelligence. And this happens in many levels. So you have to have social consciousness that what I do will benefit me, but at the same time it will not hurt the society. You may not benefit the society, but your action should be so tailored that you don't hurt society. If I say that in history we have a case of where Prithviraj Chauhan's father-in-law, Jaichand, whom Prithviraj always insulted, even though he married his daughter, he used to insult him. And he felt his pride hurt and he wanted to take revenge. But when he took revenge, he took it by becoming an ally of Muhammad Ghori, who came from abroad. Muhammad Ghori came several times to India and Prithviraj had defeated him. But after Jaichand made an alliance with Jaichand, Jaichand made an alliance with Prithviraj, with Muhammad Ghori against Prithviraj, he managed to defeat his son-in-law. But Ghori then, first thing he did afterwards is to kill Jaichand himself. And the whole country was run over by elements coming from abroad, the Islamic forces which came from abroad. And India became captured by these people who came from outside and looted this country. So therefore, if you had social intelligence, you will not decide to take an action which benefits somebody else. Godse killed Mahatma Gandhi, saying he is anti-Hindu. But in the end, the result was what? The result was those people got empowered in our politics, who then began making out that being a good Hindu is a bad thing. And so Godse's action of killing Mahatma Gandhi, saying that he was anti-Hindu, actually strengthened the hands of those who were against propagation of Hinduism. And we all became very, very apologetic when it became to furthering any cause of Hindus, even though 82% of India is Hindus. So each of your action has a effect on the other aspects of our society. So you have to develop a social intelligence. Supposing I start an orchard. When I start an orchard, I tell a friend next door, why don't you set up a beehive? Why? Because when the orchard blossoms, the bees can come and make honey out of sitting on the blooming flowers. So I have done something for my benefit, but I've made it easy for somebody else to be benefited. This social consciousness also has to be developed. That's why we are all for democracy. Because in democracy, we don't take any action which hurt somebody. Violent revolutions always hurt somebody else and create a division in society.